Hello and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so glad to have you here with me this evening. If you are new, welcome in, and if you are returning, welcome back. If you're watching this on the replay, you are guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. But if you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out that description below. All of the regular days and times that I stream here on YouTube are listed there, as is the links for my online Reiki classes, community Discord, social media, and crystal shop. If you're here live with me, welcome. Go ahead and click that live chat button and feel free to make any requests that you have towards our crystal grid. We'll spend about the first 30 to 40 minutes building this crystal grid exactly to your requests. It can be something general, specific. You can request specific stones or let me choose for you. Happy to do that either way. And if you are watching on the replay and you want to skip ahead to just the healing, go ahead and move forward to the roughly 45-minute point, or when you see the lights begin to shift. And at that point, we will turn the lights down, turn the music up, and I will send the healing to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. So let's go ahead over. I know we've got some cool people in the chat already, so I'm going to bring us over to the grid and we can start building together. Oh, hi. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, welcome in, Fawn. Cora Carr. Grace, I saw you popped in earlier. Oh, hey, Belinda. Wonderful. It must be early morning for you? Like, I'm not sure where part of Australia you're in, but it feels like earlier in the morning for you. Let's see, whom else? Maricela, welcome back. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so I'm going to dive in. Again, make any requests that you have, specific or general, and I'll do my best to get everyone's requests in by the time we switch over into the healing. I've started us off with some of what we had from the last grid. I just feel like this could really be, it actually ended up being similar stones to what we used on Wednesday, and I just feel like the vibe is very much the same. Copper, always we use them as the base of the grid because it helps to break up blockages and get the energy moving. We also have beneath it, we have jade, which is excellent for prosperity, good fortune, good luck, love, happiness, wealth, all the good things. Pyrite is excellent for calling on financial resources, as is citrine. Citrine is also helpful for things like balancing logic and intuition. Pyrite also has incredible ability to help enhance a Reiki session. It also is thought to aid with the lungs, as well as with asthma and things like that, and even with fever. Some folks use it for that. I also use it for intuitive things, like to help hone the intuition, as well as feel supported in receiving it. Like it helps to kind of clarify the connection. We also have smoky quartz, which helps to really change energy and transmute it. So more than just moving it away or clearing it, it actually changes it for the better. It also helps to amplify the Reiki session, and it has some very protective qualities as well. So let's dive in from there with all of your requests and see where we get. JS, welcome in. Susan, welcome in. Vincent, you too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's see. Heart healing, love, getting smarter and studying, and back pain. Crystal request, celestite. Absolutely. Celestite helps with our connection to our angels, and it also can help us with pain relief. I feel it works by, basically it activates the upper chakras and the more spiritual centers. So it kind of shifts our perception of our own physical body. And so in that way, it can help alleviate some symptoms of pain. But yeah, anytime you want to work with your connection to your angels, experiencing them, feeling their guidance, if you're doing any kind of angelic energy work like integrated energy therapy, which I do, it can be a really helpful stone. We've also got Let's see. We haven't used green onyx in a while. This is one that can really help support the heart. Onyx comes in many different colors. You can find onyx candlesticks and things like that that are usually in the lighter varieties of onyx, like lighter greens, yellows, beiges, things like that. This sort of deeper green is a little bit harder to find. It is excellent for love, opening the heart to it. It is excellent for making changes in your life, helping support you and see like a greater vision of yourself to a point. It helps you see that you do deserve love. It also helps to kind of open your heart to actually being centered in the experience of love. It can also help us through times of change. Onyx in any color is very wise stone. It can help us through things like grief and through times of shift and change. So let's go ahead and bring this in. And for learning and study, my two favorite stones for that are labradorite and tiger eye. Let's bring in some tiger eye. Here we go. Tiger eye helps with giving us perspective and seeing all the different pieces of something as they relate to one another. This gives us the ability to see the full picture, taking in all the different pieces of information and coming up with a cohesive view of how everything impacts the other. This allows us to not only just study, but really truly understand the material that we're studying. It's also helpful if we are doing any kind of research, like seeing hidden patterns or things that aren't apparent, finding the details that we may overlook otherwise. It's also got a protective vibe to it, which is wonderful. So we'll bring that in. So I hope that helps. All the best to you as you study. And let's see. Cat lady, welcome back. Onyx can come in so many different colors. So many different colors. I see it often made into like candlesticks and carved into the shapes of animals. Oh, Belinda, it's 11 o'clock in the morning where you are. Crystal for grounding, absolutely. Yeah, I can get to all these requests. I'm just going to bounce around and make sure I'm getting everybody's requests in here. Relationships with husband and children and dispel bad fortune. Yeah, definitely have jade, which is often thought to really like dispel bad fortune. It's a stone, it's sacred in China for such good reason. It's a good fortune stone. It helps to bring about good fortune, good luck, canceling out the negative. But I also have some other stones to help with that, as well as some stones that can help. Healing for bones, nerves, fertility. Focus on more creativity, please. Absolutely. We've got unakite, which can help with women's health and fertility, and also is excellent for good relationships, including and especially marriages. This is a stone for all matter of women's health stuff. No matter if it's something like hormonal or not. It can be any point in a woman's life, like onset of menses, the phases of menopause. Also helpful too for metabolism, which can be related to those things, as well as addictions, specifically smoking. It's good for smoking cessation. So we'll bring this in. For like mother and parent, the mother-child bond, rhodochrosite, which also helps with other things like a connection with our ancestors, our animal guides, and also the heart circulation, things like that, but also the heart chakra. It's a very high vibrational frequency of love. Any type of mother-child wounding or bonding or anything like that, this can help support that good relationship there. It's also helpful if you're like in therapy or something and working on that relationship. This can be a helpful stone. So we'll go ahead and we'll put it right here and right here. There we go. Right there by the unakite. And we'll definitely add some more stuff like dispelling bad fortune. We'll definitely get to that too. Greg's publicly reading his book tomorrow. Good stuff. We've got a stone for that. Women's health we covered. Healing for your cat. Let's see if we don't have some leopardskin jasper for your cat. Here we go. Leopardskin jasper. Wonderful stone for anything having to do with animals. Any type of animal healing. So this is a stone that's also helpful for connecting with our animal guides as well. It's also thought to be really helpful for connecting with our soulmate. So if you're looking for your soul bond relationship, this can be a great stone. But it can also help things like coordination and balance. Another good stone for that is lapis. But yeah, anything impacting the skin as well. So if you're broken out, if you have a rash, if you're dealing with any kind of just sort of skin issue, this can be helpful. But it's wonderful for doing any kind of healing work with animals. Awesome. And the next I wanted to bring in is blue tiger eye. It's helpful for calm and easing stress, which I think anyone can use any day of the week. But it's also excellent for writers and speaking, public speaking. It's actually just like tiger eye, but blue. I hope that the camera can pick that up. But yeah, blue tiger eye helps with speaking your truth, expressing yourself. It helps with writing and with public speaking. So especially that he's speaking about the book that he authored, this could be like the perfect stone. It also helps to protect truth tellers and bold communication. So if ever that's a need you have, this is a great stone to work with. So blue tiger eye. Let's see, I might have a raw piece to show you too. Whenever I'm writing, I keep it near. Yeah, here is a picture of raw blue tiger eye. So all the best of luck. All the best of luck. And I skipped Korakar. So let's take care of that. So clear quartz, amethyst, citrine, rose quartz, lapis, carnelian. The stone for the kitty was leopardskin Jasper. Leopardskin Jasper is the stone for the kitty, which is this one. The pink stone is rhodochrosite, which helps with the mother-child bonding, as well as channeling and things like that. So it's a really interesting stone, actually. And hey, Prudence, welcome in. Focusing on the positive. Welcome in, Michelle. Okay. Anger and resentment. I can definitely support you with that. Okay, so we had the stones for clear quartz, amethyst, citrine, rose quartz, lapis, carnelian. Got it. Let's see if I can remember all of those. Yes, leopard skin. And so we've got clear. And amethyst. Amethyst helps us to take responsibility for ourselves and to keep from overstepping those bounds and allowing others to take responsibility for themselves. It also allows us to have a really excellent and well-balanced connection to spirit. I love this stone for people that are just starting to work with their intuition, just starting to feel connected to spirit in whatever way that shows up to them. It's also thought to be associated with like recovery and 12 steps. This is a very common stone in that regard. It's also a wonderful stone for helping us to sleep and generally just improving the vibrations of wherever we happen to be. I think of it as one of the more powerful all-purpose stones. Let's actually put that here. And clear quartz. Ooh. Never mind me being dropsy. Clear quartz is an amplifier, as all quartzes kind of are, and most stones are quartzes. This particular clear quartz is not only an amplifier, but it's a blank slate. So it can help to amplify the vibrations of a particular crystal or stone, or if you're working with a particular intention, you have a very specific intention in mind, something that you're calling on, something that you're working on, whatever it might be. This is a great stone to help like hold it while you think about exactly what that is. You can more or less program that intention into the crystal and use it as something to carry around with you and help you embody that intention. It can also stand in place of any crystals you don't have, which makes it a wonderful way to start to work with crystals when you don't have a whole collection just yet. So let's see. And we had carnelian. Carnelian also supports a couple of the requests that I saw around relationships. This is an excellent stone for relationships, not just romantic ones, although definitely those too. This is absolutely a great stone for sexuality, fertility, also powerful for creativity and artistic ability, writing, things like that. but it helps with relationships on all levels, how we relate to people, what we're willing to show up with, and what space we're willing to hold for others so that folks can kind of get along better. It makes a wonderful stone to kind of place around work, place around new, living space, anywhere that you are doing collaborative work, even if that's online, you can place it near your computer. Love it for all of those things. It's one of the stones that if you said, what are the first stones I should get in my crystal collection? Like carnelian would be an easy one that I would put on that list. It does so many different things so well. And lapis. Lapis can help with things like pain and inflammation. So this definitely goes to support Grace's request for pain mitigation too. But this is a stone of truth, honesty, integrity. If you're looking to embody these skills and grow them within yourself, if you are looking to attract people that have those kinds of qualities and skills and deepen your relationship with those folks, this is a great stone to help with that. This is also something that I recommend if you are looking for career advancement. If you're looking either for a new job in alignment with your career or to move up where you happen to be, whatever the case may be, this really can help unlock that. So let's go ahead and bring this in. If you're ever wanting to scroll and you're like, this doom scrolling and social media is not helping me, but I want to look at pretty things, start Googling things around like lapis church. There are like extremely old churches throughout Europe and especially into like Russia and things where there's things like citrine, carnelian, and especially lapis actually in the church. It is stunning. Highly recommend that can fill your feed rather than just, more of the stuff that makes us worry. Sometimes it's good to be informed. Sometimes it's just good to like look at pictures of crystals and cats. So that's something you can put on your Google list. Anger and resentment, absolutely. Let's see. Let's do some howlite. Howlite is excellent for teeth, bones, gums, hair, all of these things. But it's also fantastic for anger, resentment, and lack of patience. Also, dumotierite is good for anger, frustration, lack of patience. But this one can help with moving through those emotions without just sort of pushing it down or bypassing it. It helps us to be in those feelings and work through them. Specifically too for the anger, like the resentment that really is kind of sneaky, that if you keep being short with people and you're not sure why, and you're like, why do I keep blowing up at everyone? And you kind of don't know what it is. This can help bring that to the surface without being overwhelming usually. But yeah, a great stone of anger, resentment, frustration, howlite. But also great for things like healing broken bones. And here, well, let's see. Yeah, like I said, healing broken bones, calcium absorption, people that are prone to fractures. If that's something that's going on with you too, then serpentine is thought to help with things like magnesium deficiency, if that's something you're struggling with. Also calcium deficiency, which are things I struggle with. So yeah, all the best with that too. All the best with that. I know those are super not comfortable emotions at all. Let's see. Courage, emotional vulnerability, honesty, being present and grounded with the self. And we also had a request for a grounding stone. courage, definitely garnet. It's also great for grounding and strength in times of change, but definitely a stone of courage. Blue tigerite also, but definitely love this for that. Organization as well. But this is a very Capricorn stone, so very much the courage to be honest as well. Honesty, definitely lapis. We have it covered there. Being present. I definitely have a stone for that. That helps the intention for the literary agent. And so let's put this in. And for grounding, and for being grounded in the self, those aren't going to fit. Let's see. Yeah, so that's garnet. Also January's birthstone. So that's why it's such a Capricorn stone. Let's do looking for my herkimer diamond. Bear with me. Herkimer helps with being in the present moment, but it also helps with manifesting things that are in alignment with our spiritual highest good and the highest good of everyone else. It can also help with kind of getting along and discordant types of energies and situations, as well as balancing metabolism and intuitive ability. So yeah, being present in the moment and also anything that you're manifesting, this can be a great stone. Especially if you're like, I just don't know how I'm going to bring this in. I want it to be in alignment with helping my greatest good and everyone else's too. Great stone for that. Like community-minded manifestation, I think of it as. Okay. Okay, and for a grounding stone, I'm thinking red jasper. I just don't know which ones I want to go with. I'm thinking, yeah, I'll go with the smaller ones. Red jasper is my favorite grounding stone. It really helps us to connect with our root chakra and satiate all those feelings of fear and safety and feel comfortable and welcomed in our body so that we can be present. I find that sometimes being in the present moment is something where it's a meditative experience almost, where herkimer can help, and sometimes not being in the present moment is just being a little ungrounded. This can help with the latter. So yeah, very, very grounding and allows us to feel vital, satiated, and safe in our body. Let's see. Emotional vulnerability. Serpentine. Serpentine is a stone of emotional empowerment, emotional wisdom and growth, and also very much the ability to be vulnerable but feel safe within yourself, like the having a strong enough sense of self to be vulnerable with others. So I feel like this could help that. So I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to put this on the outer two edges. So that's serpentine. No, not serpentine, I'm sorry. Septarian. Septarian, that is septarian. Bones. Okay, so fawn, we've got you for bones. Nerves, fertility, we got fertility for sure. More creativity, carnelian. Let's do nerves. We've been using amazonite. I feel like I want to use epidote tonight. Epidote looks a lot like unakite, but it works very differently. This helps with recovering from any kind of illness or injury, and I see a couple of references to COVID in there. But it's also helpful for any of the negative self-talk, so definitely getting more confident, as well as the nerves, this whole system of nerves within the body. So there's epidote. Also, if you're working with the fairy realm or fairy magic or fae, that's a stone that's often recommended, and the and epona, if you're familiar with that. Rhodonite. Absolutely, yeah. Rhodonite is a great gift. We actually use that a lot. So let me just grab my rhodonite and see if I... Oh, that's rhodochrosite. Rhodonite helps with opening your heart to love after loss, whether that's the loss of a relationship or unrequited love or the passing of a loved one, anything like that. Also helps with the lungs and can be helpful with that. Bear with me while I find it. But I do have some here. You love epona? Yeah. Epidote epona. Yeah. There's a connection there for sure. Now that's iolite. I'll give it one last college try. Here we go. Rhodonite. Some folks it's often recommended too for survivors of like emotional abuse to help move that through, and also to balance the yin and the yang in the body. The masculine, feminine, action, excitative, restorative energies. So there you go. That's rhodonite. I'll throw some of that in there because why not? But that's a great gift. And we are going to go up to focusing on the positive. Well, epidote can help in some ways. Negative self-talk, like if we're kind of down on ourselves, that negative self-talk, epidote can be really helpful. And the other is honey calcite, optimism in trying times. This can also help with attracting good people into your life, like whether it's a colleague, neighbor, anybody. Anytime that you know you're going to have new people in your life and you want to attract good ones, this is a great stone to have around. And it's thought to support postmenopausal women in a lot of ways too. So yeah, attracting good people, optimism in difficult times. It also helps balance the solar plexus and sacral chakra. So who am I and how do I relate to everyone else? This can really help soften those two and help it to be a little easier to be yourself in groups. So yeah, honey calcite. Let's go ahead and place that around the edge. There we go. So I hope that that's helpful. Yes, rhodonite is absolutely excellent for forgiveness for people who've hurt you in the past. It is great for forgiveness. Howlite is also great for forgiveness. Yeah, both of those stones can be great. Major changes in medication and treatments. I can support for that. Yeah. Yeah. Let me grab, I think I know the perfect stone to help support you with that. Making sure I'm not missing anything. I've got a lot of stones for helping with receiving money and feeling worthy. I'm going to add a couple more. Balance, protection, and clarity. Protection and clarity, definitely tiger eye. Prosperity, we have some good prosperity stones there. I feel like some of the qualities of honey calcite can help with sense of self, sense of others, and sort of opening up to that idea of feeling worthy of support from others. But let's also do my intuition is saying dumotierite. Also, I was thinking of another stone that can help with forgiveness, aquamarine. Aquamarine. So let's bring in some dumotierite. This can help with it helps with a lot of different types of, I don't want to say emotional volatility, but a lot of like difficult emotions. It helps with things like pent up anger and tidiness for sure, but it can also help with the idea of standing up for yourself, but sometimes not just like I need to stand up for myself, but more like, oh, this is my place. I can be present here and I deserve a space here, including I deserve to be compensated well. I deserve to live well. I deserve to have my piece of these things that are going around to everyone. So in that way it can help. It also helps improve situations that seem hopeless, as well as Uranus type energy, which is like a lot of chaotic energy. If you feel like everything's just bumping around chaos, this can help. Helpful for ligaments and tendons too, but patience with yourself as well. Feeling scared AF during spiritual experiences. That's a good idea. Okay, so let's bring this in. Let's bring dumotierite here. I'm also going to bring in some green aventurine for that too. Green aventurine helps with expanding our vision of what and who we can be. And it helps with healing the heart of a lot of wounds that can relate to, am I worthy? And so that might be an underlying factor too. So here is green aventurine. I love this stone. looks so pretty next to that rhodochrosite, doesn't it? There we go. Hope that helps. So I've got some rutilated quartz to help with the shifting in medications and wellness approaches. Rutilated quartz can help with getting healing to go directly where it needs to. So anytime that you're like changing diet, changing, medical approaches, anything like that, this will help to set the focus to the things that are the most out of balance without so much targeting everything else. So I hope that this helps. It also can help bring energy in, general balance on a physical level, as well as helping to balance the mind and the body. So yeah, and getting energy back after having been ill. And I know a lot of folks have been struggling with trying to get better after having been ill. So this is just like a good all-purpose physical healing, like let's focus on exactly what needs to be treated kind of thing. Also, I want to bring in some shungite. It was asked for like some clearing kind of stones to like ward off bad fortune kind of things. Definitely shungite can help. But anything too for stuff like that. Stress, emotional pain, energy blocks. This is a powerful mover of energy blockages. Tissue repair. So if you've got an injury, this can help on all of those levels, but also shielding your energy, whether it's from other people or places or even things like electromagnetic fields. Some people are very, very sensitive to those. I mean, it impacts everybody, but some people are much more sensitive than others, and this can be a wonderful stone of that. It also helps to clear our energy field. So I'm going to put that around. So that definitely wards off some not so great things. And for feeling scared AF during spiritual experiences, red jasper for sure. Also garnet. And I would say aragonite with blue Caribbean calcite. This is one that helps to balance the energy centers in the body known as the chakras. So the concept that it helps with grounding and it helps with connection to spirit, it can help align those things, but also if you have a spiritual experience along the lines of something like an opening of Kundalini, this can be a really helpful stone in being present with that. Being in a place of balance, but also not feeling like you have to be scared of it, feeling like you are part of this that's happening and not just sort of impacted by it. It's for somebody who wants to balance it, but not shut it off, if that makes sense. But yeah, it can be really helpful for that. So let's bring this in. I think we're almost there. Let's do that. I think I've got everyone. I also feel to bring out some black tourmaline. Black tourmaline helps to dispel negative energy by keeping it at bay. So I think that this can help. I've even been known to sew this into curtains. I love this stuff. Yeah, it basically repels not so great energy. So let's put that here and here. And yeah, I'm going to put 2 more on the outside here, kind of protecting the whole sphere. So now we're at that beautiful place where I pick a couple of crystals that I think will help support all of the requests that were made. You'll vote on them. While y'all are voting on them, I'll be explaining what Reiki is and a little of what to expect, and then we are going to go right into the healing, which is going to be so much fun. You have a black tourmaline log. I love those. Yeah, I have black tourmaline everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah, I made a curtain for a communal home that I lived in at one point, and it was like no one knew that the black tourmaline was sewn into the curtain. Everyone started hanging out in that living room. It was amazing. So let me pick out a couple of crystals I think could be helpful. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Yeah, these are the ones. So the first one is indigo gabbro. Indigo gabbro helps us see the ways in which we get in our own way. When we feel like we're fighting upstream, when we feel like things just keep not working, things like that, this can be a stone that can say, hey, you have this tendency, it's getting in your way, here's what you can work on. So this is helpful. It's also very supportive in that. It's black and purple. So it's intuitive, it's grounding, it helps to make, say, spiritual inspiration very physically tangible. So there's indigo gabbro. The other is a stone of incredible grounding that we haven't worked with much. I think we've only worked with it once, like a really long time ago here. Let's see, yeah, we'll put you right there. And that is bamboo jasper. Bamboo jasper is so intensely healing and so intensely grounding. It feels like you're very much rooted with like your feet into the several layers of the dirt. So absolutely love this stone. Spheres help to send the energy kind of out in all directions, balancing and harmonizing a large area. And I feel like this could be a good touch. So go ahead and put your request in. And by the way, for those of you who are new, you are not limited to just one vote. Just putting it out there. And I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is and what to expect while you vote. And while you're voting, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps people find the stream, and we'll take it from there. So thank you so much for being here. As I mentioned at the top of the hour, I'm DanielleStimpson, and I have been teaching Reiki for about 14 years. If you want to learn more about my online Reiki classes, community Discord, social media, or crystal shop, it's all linked in the description below. So the style of Reiki that I work with most is known as Usui Reiki, named after this particular method's founder. And this method was created in the early 1920s in Japan. While there are many aspects of several different cultures that became part of this method, as Usui pulled from many things that he was connected to, including his practice as a Tendai Buddhist monk or a very esoteric form of Buddhism. It's the concept of energy at its core is rooted in the Japanese indigenous spirituality known as Shintoism, in which everything has a soul and all things are interconnected. In this way, Reiki, this energy known as Reiki, which translates to spiritually guided soul energy, is flowing through everyone and everything all of the time, and everyone has access to it. And with training and practice, one can get particularly good at it. But it's already flowing through everyone all the time. Our body, mind, and spirit are always working with this energy to bring about the greatest balance possible within us. So during your session, you may feel things shifting on the physical level in your body. You may feel some emotions coming up. You may feel some of your sort of inner dialogue kind of coming up, your inner knowledge coming up. You may also get divine wisdom or guidance or intuitions during this time. So generally the best thing you can do, and what I recommend you do, is just kind of get comfortable, close your eyes, and just relax and see how the Reiki shows up for you. You don't have to be in any kind of perfect position or anything like that. If you can lay down or sit in a good position and close your eyes, that's great. But you can also use this time to stretch, move, bend, journal, draw. Whatever feels right to you at this time is right for you. As we continue through the healing over the 25-minute session, I will turn the lights down and turn the music up. The lights, while they'll be moving slowly and gently through several different colors, they will not flash or strobe. And the music, if you like it, you can learn more about its creator in the description below. She's another content creator here on YouTube. So thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure. Just know that with Reiki energy, it just sort of, the way that I share it with you is that I connect to this energy that we're all sharing in, and I direct more of it to you to support your greatest healing good. Let's see, did I cover it all? I think I did. As we continue through the Reiki session, if you fall asleep, that's great. If you get distracted or your mind keeps kicking along, just take a deep breath. Sometimes the things that are coming to mind are actually wisdom and guidance. So you don't have to force your mind to be quiet, and you don't have to focus on anything. You can just go ahead and exist as you are. The Reiki will support you exactly as you are in this moment. And it's an honor and a privilege to share it with you today. So, and at the end of the session, I will be open to taking any questions or hearing any experiences you wish to share as well. So let's see what won the vote. There's a better look at our grid. Let's see, what did win the vote? It's both. It's never both. It's always both. It's always both. Why would we say no to more crystals? There we go. So that is our bamboo jasper. And for our indigo gabbro, let's see. There we go. Wonderful. Thank you all so much for being a part of this grid, being a part of this healing. I deeply appreciate all of you being here. Enjoy your session. I will be back for you in about 25 minutes. You'll hear my voice then. And thanks again so much for being here. I invite you now to take a slow, deep breath in and out. If you feel you need to stretch, move, or bend, just listen to your body. If you are ready and want to go ahead on over and head to the chat and feel free to ask any questions or share any experiences. Thank you all so much for being here. The next stream is Sunday at 8 p.m. You're so welcome, Korakar. And I wanted to send congratulations to Korakar and Vincent, who are being married tomorrow. Yep. All the best and brightest to you both. Oh, thank you, Belinda. I'm so glad you were here. Come back anytime. I'm here 5 times a week. I know sometimes might be more convenient for you than others, though. And for those of you in Australia or anywhere else in the world besides the US, it is sometime in early November that our clocks shift. Not sure the date. It's always on a Sunday. I'll probably do a reminder out there to everyone to let you know, but just heads up. I know all of our clocks change at different times, those of us who do clock changes. Thank you all so much for being here. And of course, if you want to know more about me, online Reiki classes, one-on-one distance sessions, social media, Discord, or Crystal Shop, it's all in the description below. I think a few of us are taking naps, and you know what? I'm not mad at it at all. I think it's going to be an early night for me too. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Susan. It is going to be a beautiful day for a wedding, so all the best to you both. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Lots of love to everyone. I hope that you're doing well. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much for being a part of today's session. Have a beautiful weekend, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care of yourself, and bye for now.